I can remember when I first started teaching VMotion. Students in my classes could not wait to get to the section on VMotion. They'd never seen anything like it. They wanted actually to see it a little bit ahead of time. When people first saw VMotion, it was like magic. Just the very idea of being able to change the state of a running machine. In the case of vSphere, a running server from one physical location to another with no disruption to the user. That was just amazing. And what VMotion did was it made everything else make sense. If you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, well, what if you wanted to maintain the basket? Right? You had to take the eggs out and put them someplace else. Without VMotion, you wouldn't be able to do that. The whole idea of having a virtualized data center became palatable to enterprise, to large business, because of VMotion. Also, it brought in the capability to use DRS, because if two of my hosts are running, one of them has a lot of virtual machines on them, or virtual machines that are running large loads, and so they're out of balance. Right, the two hosts are way out of balance as far as resources are concerned. And you say, well, I know how to balance those. I say, well, great, go ahead. When you say, well, I got to turn them all off first. Shut down all your servers. No, it looks okay unbalanced to me all of a sudden. But if you can do it and not disrupt the end user, then that's a whole other thing. So ever since VMotion was introduced and the whole idea of virtual data centers became palatable to enterprise and big business, they've been looking for more options. If you're one of those people that's been looking for more options in regards to VMotion, you'll be glad to know now there's XvMotion. At first they called it Enhanced VMotion. I'm glad they changed the name because it confused a lot of people between the Enhanced VMotion and Enhanced VMotion compatibility. They're not the same. Enhanced VMotion compatibility enhances the compatibility of VMotion by setting a baseline feature set for CPU. And Enhanced VMotion, now called XvMotion, enhances VMotion itself. What kind of enhancements does it make? Well, two things. Contiguous host and data store migration, and I'll demonstrate that in just a minute. And then shared nothing VMotion. In other words, I've got a virtual machine that's on a host, and I want to change it to another host. At the same time, I've got its files that are on a shared data store, but I want to change them to a data store that isn't shared between the two hosts. You can do that too. So that enhances the flexibility for the administrator. And it should be noted that that's what it does do. XvMotion enhances the flexibility for the administrator. At this point, automated services like DRS and storage DRS do not take advantage of the capabilities of XvMotion. You should know that for real life as well as for the test. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of demonstrations and show you the difference in how these work. And we'll start off with contiguous host and data store migration. That's next.